Let me fumble my way through this explanation. First of all, the song is Moments Notice, and it's an A C form. Um, but generally, the B and the C are pretty similar. Um, from a to me from a tonal perspective, but obviously there's a tag at the end of the C that throws off the timing a little bit. But generally, if you can figure out, in my opinion, if you can figure out what's going on in A and B, you're pretty good. Um, okay, so one of the first things that I did was I tried to isolate um, the minor chords, and the major, but you're shifting between minor and major, which is fine. Obviously, you want to get to a point where you're playing all the chord changes, but memory wise, it was a little bit more complicated. So then I thought, well, what happens when you think in tonal centers, and then relate everything back to the parent key, which I know the folks here at Learn Jazz Standards does anyway. But to me, I want to throw some numbers in there, and I find the numbers help me transpose in the future. I don't know if I'm going to take this through all 12 keys, but I want to show you how I got to this ridiculously complicated form, uh, distilled it down, and then yeah, finally I felt I got it to a place where I've got something to go by, so I can start. Really, I want to get to a place where I'm playing continuous scales. I think with this one, to feel the tonal shifts a little bit better, rather than jumping right into voice leading or something like that. I kind of just want to be a little bit free. So yeah, anyway, what I did was I isolated the key centers, right? And it's something that again the folks here talk about a lot. So instead of writing out, there's a couple areas where I I omitted some chords. I can't remember exactly where it was. I think it was just this one, to be honest. Maybe there was some other places, but anyway, I think that was pretty much it. So I think I omitted that chord for now. And then yeah, so we're gonna think about the F sharp B7 as E, and then instead of this 2 5 1, we're just gonna think about it as F, so to speak. And then this B, E flat, we're going to think of A flat. Um, then we're back to E, A, so that's going to be D. And then this one's going to be E flat, E flat. E, A is back to the D. The D minor is actually in C. C minor is actually in B flat. We have a B flat, and then we have B flat, which is actually A flat. And then AD is actually in G. B flat E is actually in A flat. A flat, and then we have GC, which is the tonic key. And so I think generally by the melody and where things go, I think your F, and I think this was mentioned before too. I think your F is your sort of tonic key or whatever, however you want to think about that. But things seem to point towards F, especially like towards the end of the head. You're doing a 2 5 and F. So once you have that, then this is where things start get a little bit interesting for me. I like to think of scale degrees when I'm trying to sort out, I would say sort out more complicated forms. So even though this is E, right, and again, I know this is done before, but seeing it kind of helps when I show you where this goes. It's really, really funny. Anyway, so yeah, F is going to be your 1. And for the sake of this exercise, we're going to basically combine these two bars on each of these lines. So this becomes, the 2 5 and F followed by the F just becomes 1, right? A flat is the flat third, E is the 7. So you got 7 1 flat 3, and then you have 6 flat 7, and you don't need to write it again. D is back to the 6. C is 5. B flat is a 4. A flat is flat 3. And then you have G is your 2. And then you just go flat 3, 1. So now all you're writing out. This all gets simplified down to 7, 1, flat 3. I actually showed on another sheet of paper. So all of this right here, for me in my head and the way I'm going to think about it, this all translates down to 7, 1, flat 3, 6, flat 7, 6, 5, 4, flat 3, 2, um, 2, flat 3, 1, 2, flat 3, 1. There you go. So that's how I think about the form of Moments Notice. Now, obviously, I'm going to do a lot of legwork beyond that, but in terms of memorization, now I can just kind of look away and I can go, okay, 7, 1, flat 3. I'm going 6, flat 7, 6, 5, 4, flat 3, 2, flat 3, 1. And now I'm going to get the major scales around my fingers. Then I know I'm having 2 5s and various tonal centers around there. I'm going to add in the other chords, add in the other B section, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I thought that that would be a neat way of, and even the melody that I played there, it makes sense. It's got a nice little how those root notes relate to those key centers and they shift. To me, anyway, it was a big aha moment for such a complicated song. Anyway, thought I'd share. I thought it was neat.